Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the FrameRate podcast, season 2. And as you can see, we're doing something very different this season with a live podcast showing. I am here, of course, with my friends James. Welcome back to season 2. Excuse me, Jester.
Thank you for having me.
Sorry.
Yeah.
As you can see, our first live broadcast. Very excited. Jester has returned as well. He was not banned, believe it or not.
Surprisingly.
No matter how much we wanted him banned.
No matter how many votes and emails I got. And we have DJ Slayer 30, our newest member of the FrameRate podcast episodes.
Hello.
I was going to say, wow, great.
Yeah, great intro.
Great first impression. Not sneaky at all.
All right. We never said he was
shy.
mean. So I just wanted to mention a couple things, and then we'll get right to the project.
Oh my God.
Oh God! It shows my face. I can't do that. So I just wanted to mention, as you can see, we did a lot of different stuff this season. We wanted season 2 to be the one where we start live broadcasting these. As you can see, I changed the whole background, tried to make it more unique to us. I really like it. Please let us know what you think about it. Just want to banned. So just want to put some ground rules real quick. And I'll hopefully edit this out in the recording. This is going to be recorded and it'll be up on the YouTube, youtube.com/JubyScottGaming. During this, I will be reading chat, but I will only respond if we believe it is related to the topic. If you guys activate any channel points, I will do my best to refund those, but please don't, because obviously I'm not going to do any of them. Now, without further ado, let us get started on this. I'm very excited for this season. I'm very happy to be back. For anyone that doesn't know me, the podcasting stuff is honestly one of my favorite things to do as a content creator. And with that, let's get started. I'll open us up.
Who are you?
So, my name is Juby Scott Gaming. Who are you?
I don't know. Who am
No
I?
one that can talk anymore. Anyway, regardless of all the jokes, sit back, relax, pull up a chair. We're going to have a great time tonight. Hopefully, I know you guys can see me at the bottom. Hopefully, some guests that we bring on will have cameras, and we'll do something similar to this so you guys can see us live. And everyone in here does not have cameras, which is why they're not being showed. Anyway, let's get to the topic. I feel like we dallied enough. So, for this episode, we are talking about For Honor's newest hero, Kyoshin. And in the title, it kind of explains how I feel about him. He's a very strange character, and honestly, I think James should start this, because James was the most interested in this character, and he's put in the most time with this character. So, James, what are you thinking about this character? Take a shot every time I say character.
He needs a rework. Just plain and simple, he needs changed.
So, already coming out of the gate, he's already in trouble.
He has great things about him, but has very crappy things about him too. It's a bunch of hit or miss.
Right, I agree.
He needs to be able to flow in from attacks faster. He needs to, give damage reduction on Fujin cuts. He needs
The more you allow a character to provide your other teammates a means of using their own combos, the more difficult it is going to be to fight that character in general.
So, we understand. So, it seems like we all have a grasp on what he needs. Let's go over the character itself. So, James, tell me about his basic kit.
Well, he's got a very interesting kit. His basic chains, heavy, 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 light, light, heavy. And all of his finishers are undodgeable, and that's because mid-chain, after your first attack, you can do a 500 MS bash, guaranteeing a finisher light. He also has a neutral dodge forward bash, which is sick. No, I don't remember if it's 5 or 600 MS.
I think it's 5.
So I can go over timings. We just wanted a basic kit. So he's got 2 chain combos. Both lights are 500 MS. One heavy is 700 and one heavy is 800. And
top heavies are 700. Side heavies are 800.
There we go. And they both do the same damage, which is a thing people are questioning. So why ever throw the side heavy is basically what's happening.
And why ever wall splat besides stamina damage, I guess.
Yep. On a guard break, he can get all heavies on all sides. I think that's why, but it's weird that it's not the same for all the other characters. Alright, so we got his basic hit. Now let's talk about what makes him unique. James?
So he has something called something in Japanese, or I just call it down stance, where he has an all guard, or not an all guard. It's a superior guard, because it doesn't drain stam on use; it drains stam on a hit, and guarantees each of the different attacks, but he doesn't have to get hit to use them. Out of the down stance, he's able to attack.
It's a lot like Warlord's down stance.
But Warlord's drains stamina.
That's because it's an active block. It's not
That's
a.
it. That's because it's an all guard, not a superior guard.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's interesting that we at least know the reason for it. I was wondering that myself. I'm like, it's very backwards from what.
It's similar to Warlord in the sense that the only thing that's different is it's opposite in the stamina drain. Warlord has a consecutive amount of stamina being drained, and with a little bit extra on hit, compared to Kyoshin, who such a weird name to say. Kyoshin's all guard, it had like it's been said, only loses stamina, a major amount of stamina on hit, and it doesn't gain any stamina either.
Right.
So it's not like a JJ's stance or anything like that.
So basically, you lock yourself down with whatever stamina you have at that time.
Yes.
So
it's like key stance, kind of, if you know.
So this is a cool full guard. It's different. And it's got a lot of different options out of it. So, just to hear a different voice in full guard, and they don't have to hit you for this too. This is the crazy part. If in full guard, if you want to get out of it, you can let go of it and then you twirl your sword again and you're basically vulnerable. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. You're dumb if you do. So going out of it, you can do a 500 ms light that comes on the right. You can do a zone that doesn't hit all around, which is very fucking weird. Spins around on his toes, on sandals, very interesting. You can do an unblockable top heavy, which can be feinted into a guard break or a follow-up of another sort. Is that everything?
Can't be followed up with a
Yeah, I
guard
think that
break.
might
Is that
be
what you just said?
No, it can be, or anything else. That's what I was saying.
Oh.
Well, also you can also in the middle when you got your guaranteed lights in, you can also instead of going for all three, you can also change it to getting a heavy instead or a light.
A non-faintable heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
I forgot about
it's
that.
also, isn't it?
It's not unfaintable because of its all block capabilities and crushing countering.
Yeah, crushing counter. That's what else it got.
You can also go directly back into the stance right after that heavy.
Yes, that is something very, very cool about this character. After you block an attack, you don't have to be in full guard for. But if you block an attack in any direction, you can instantly go back into your twirling swords full guard. If you try to go into it on neutral, it takes it's longer than Aramusha's.
300 ms.
Is it 300 ms? Because that's what it feels like.
It's not quick, but it's not forever.
It's not quick. You'll find yourself getting hit if you try to do it on reaction. It's a predictable guard. It's a prediction guard. So
You're
what's
better
cool?
off just staring at them with it up.
Right. So what's cool about this hero? I'm sorry we haven't even mentioned it. Once you hit this person in your full guard, you get 3. So there's 2 options. You get 3 consecutive lights, all confirmed, unless you get hit out of it by someone else, or you can hit anywhere between 1 to 3 lights, and then do your heavy that Slayer mentioned, which has full block capabilities. And right after you do that heavy, you can go right back into your Kyoshin. I'm just calling it Kyoshin stance.
As long as you don't do the third light.
The 4th light. You can do the 3rd light.
It's
out of the stance. You can do a heavy. If you get hit in your stance, you can do a heavy, a zone, or a light.
Yeah, and
And
you
you
can
get-
follow them up.
How many follow up?
3 Fujin cuts.
Three
Yeah,
Fujin cuts. Okay.
There's 3, not 4.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
and
if
then
you
there's
do the first or the second one after them, you can do Fujin Force, which is the heavy that can crush and counter.
It's very easy to parry though, or I mean, people don't do it though. People don't. Like,
I'm
parry
crushing
it.
counter reacting to him already.
Yeah, a lot of people are too. I've noticed that,
So
especially if you overuse
that's
it.
gonna be a gank thing. That's definitely not gonna be a dual thing because it's a
Well,
600
It's
ms
a
heavy.
dual thing.
It
You
is.
don't. The purpose of it is if they try to, off of reaction dodge attack away from your shit, you can do that and it crushing counters or dodge attack if they did it too early.
An interesting thing to do if you're being stunned. But I guess it
Which is
depends
what
on
I
the
use
player.
it for. You've seen me do it in the past.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen people dodge it. I've seen plenty of people block it, but obviously that's based on who people are fighting. Obviously, the next couple of things that he has in his kit is he has an opener. He has the Tozen kick that Orochi mains have been begging for. So instead of giving Orochi that, they gave Orochi a brand new kit in the testing grounds. It's not out yet, and they gave Kyoshin the Tozen kick. And
Orochi kick was far superior.
I mean the Tozen kicks.
is.
He starts his light chain. The Orochi kick, it's only his second light, which is bad. So that's why Orochi didn't get the Tozen kick, and you might be wondering why I'm even bringing up Tozen. Well, turns out this character is also from the campaign. This is Tozen coming back, just like Holden was Lawbringer and is now Griffin canonically.
This is
So-
not Tozen, Juby.
I thought you said it was.
No, this is not Tozen. This
Bruh.
is the
This has
people that
Tozen
taught
armor.
Tozen how to do Shadow Clone. You never listened to me.
No,
Big
you
brain.
don't listen. I asked you if Tozen died, and you said no. So I'm like, oh, so this is Tozen.
You came to that conclusion on your own. I never.
You
I'm
didn't
just-
stop
we
me.
We saw Tozen's body.
Oh yeah. Either way, this guy has Tozen armor. Marco Yolo saying it's Tozen. Frieza saying it's Tozen. I don't know who it is. It's a guy.
We ever
Oh,
listen to
hold
Freeze?
on a minute. Hold on a minute. No, I can't say that anymore. For Honor in this newest update got rid of genders. You
Yeah,
are
it's
no.
option.
It's
like-
option 1 and 2. Option 1 is default. Option 2 is alternative.
What's in your pants? Justice.
No, what's in your
I
pants
should
default.
identify as default.
So that's a running fucking meme right now. Don't know why, after 5 years, that was priority over, like, I don't know, Jormungandr's stamina punish. But, whatever, Yubi. You do you, I guess. Because you ain't gonna do what the community wants. What? So that's
said that?
basically his kit.
But it's not a good kick in my opinion.
Oh, his kick is not good. So let's go into the problems of Kyoshin, which is why the title is Kyoshin's weird. Because he's got a kit, and it can be a good kit, but it's not. It's like someone created the kit, and then I'll just use a UB dev because I don't know all their names. And then Roman came in and said no. Which is funny because Roman's the reason we had season 2 sent.
The kit is great if you're up against a mentally deficient patient.
So, the problems with the kit. This is the biggest problem with the kit. Recoveries are garbage. And the recoveries are garbage. Basically, the Kyoshin
recoveries
kick
are odd because the recoveries can either be excellent or garbage, depending on what you do.
they're only excellent when it comes to being in the full guard area. You do his basic kit, they're horrible. His kick is what I use as an example. The Tozen kick, if that is dodge, it has the same recovery as the Shigoki hug. Why? Don't know. Now, for anyone that's confused, Shigoki's hug also takes forever. Now, I believe you can get a guard break off of Shigoki's hug still, but you can't get a neutral top heavy against it. Either way, bad recovery. Why Kyoshin has it on his Tozen kick? Don't know. We really don't.
Don't forget to bring up the other thing with the kick.
Other thing with the
other
kick,
thing
what
with
is
the
it? You
kick?
bring it up.
The one where if you jump into it, you launch each other like
Yeah.
50
Yes!
I've noticed that.
So
do that all
Slayer,
the time.
explain that to us.
I showed Juby that, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's with every. Is it with every character or just Kyoshin's?
No,
it's with
you,
every character
and
going forward.
Okay.
it's
So-
only just because your hitbox moves forward, it fucks with it.
Okay, so essentially what happens with that is as a Kyoshin, when you go do your frontward kick, whatever it's called, the Tozen kick, right? Is that what you said?
Whatever, yeah.
Just call it that, dude.
Yep. And yeah, the kick. And another character dodges forward, it will launch both people at least like 10 feet away from each other, which stops Kyoshin
Yeah.
from getting his guaranteed attack on that person, which is just, it's stupid.
So,
This
so,
is dumb.
so basically, if you see the kick, dodge forward. You're safe.
Yep, and they won't get that attack
Basically,
on
the
you.
best option select against Kyoshin.
It's an option select dodge.
It's a dodge forward option select.
Yes, good job,
Assassins
Yubi.
are creaming.
In your quest to remove them, you made more of them.
You made now all of China can dodge option select. Okay, so yeah, that's his problem. One of the strangest problems, and I don't know how it became a problem, is Tozen does a light heavy. His second heavy is so fucking slow that another Tozen, or I think any character actually, if Tozen does a light heavy and you get hit and you block the light, I don't know if he has a superior block. I don't think so.
Superior lights.
That's what I mean, yeah. So basically, if Tozen throws a light and a heavy, you can light Tozen out before that heavy hits. Because of how long it takes. But it's only 800 MS. Now you may be asking, don't other heroes have 800 MS attacks? Yes. So I don't know why this one doesn't work.
It might be because of the amount of stun the first initial light has.
That might be it right there, yeah.
Most lights, when you get hit by them, it's not a big enough stun for you to get guard broke. I mean, you could get guard broken if there's another person, but in a 1v1 situation, that light stun is not going to bother you whatsoever. It's whatever. But in this situation, because of how it feels like how little of a stun it is, there is enough time to react and just throw a light in reaction to
Right.
seeing I've gotten hit out of it because people tried to crushing counter it and they did it too early, and they still end up hitting me and before I could hit them, and it was honestly the worst feeling in the world.
It's very interesting, that situation. But I think you hit the nail on the head. Or you hit the Kyoshin before his heavy hit you, I should say. I believe you're right when it comes to the light stun. I think you are. I didn't even think of that. So that's
That
a
makes
really
the
good
most
observation. Yeah. Are there any... He does have a dodge attack, by the way. He has a dodge heavy attack. Yet Orochi is still going to have a dodge light, even though they're actually both the same animation. Very
One has more
interesting.
damage.
Yeah, and
Except-
you can
except
delay...
minus the it's minus the was it undodgeable? I think
Yeah, it's
Kyoshin-
not undodgeable. It's not meant to be a
Right,
dodge
okay.
catcher like Orochi's is,
But you can delay this dodge. You can delay this dodge attack, which is interesting.
even though they got rid of everyone else's delayed dodge
And
attack.
you can't guard break it, so that's fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
This guy's guard
Oh.
break vulnerability doesn't exist.
Let's say if you ever fight this guy, don't attempt to do a heavy feint guard break. Never, ever, ever.
Yeah.
It will never be successful.
So
The amount of times I've lost to an out, basically because they decided to throw a light at me, not a light, a dodge heavy at me when I'm doing an unblockable to a guard break, and I die because of that, and they're at
Yeah.
like 1 health.
right. So because of that, now you might be asking, when do you guard break this guy? I'm gonna be honest. Your best chance is if he goes into his full guard, but be aware he can light and zone at a full guard. So this
In
character.
Right as he sees it, he can reaction do it right off.
That's what I was gonna say.
You won't.
Depending on who
Your
you're
best
fighting,
option is
you
the
can
Bastion.
get lighted out of it.
That's
Your
where the
best
warlord
option is to
aspect comes
bash
into.
him, but if he sees that you're gonna bash, he can just zone and knock you out of your bash.
So this is why. So we just gave you a big overview of this character. This is why I say he's weird. He's got a good kit, But it's kind of like, let's say, I'm going to give you guys an example. Battlefield Hardline, don't worry, we won't take forever on that. It had a good idea, but then Battlefield was just trying to shove itself in. That's how I feel with this character. It's very strange. Now, I watched the Freeze video on Kyoshin, and he did bring up something he thinks, and some other YouTubers agree with him, he thinks that they're testing the waters with this character, and he thinks that because of what happened with Griffin. Because I think it's official, Griffin is the most hated character in For Honor. And even after his nerf. See, I can't say on release because Shaman almost caused a blackout. Like, that was bad.
Yeah, Shaman was really bad. That was a very dark times.
I can point this out that designated Kensei hater over here probably doesn't hate Griffin as much as he hates Kensei.
Actually, to be honest, yeah.
So
I'd rather fight 4 Griffins than 4 Kenseis.
So I'm going off of
Cough.
So I personally hate Conk more than Griffin, but I'm going off of what I see from the community because holy crap, with how long Ubisoft took to nerf Griffin, the hatred that I just saw. If you played Griffin in a live Dominion game, you got targeted. Like, it was bad. And plus the monkey meme came out. Gonna dodge heavy.
You would get targeted in game by players. And then
the
you would
Ubisoft people that moderate the subreddit for Honor banned calling Griffin monkey because they classified it as main shaming.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's funny.
They never had to do that with any other hero. So yes, I'm gonna say it right here. Griffin is probably the most hated character.
Not even Shaolin got that kind of treatment.
Well, we were all excited for that. That wasn't main shaming. That was main praising. I got monkey head. Let's go.
I got the monkey mask.
I know. Yeah, I find it funny. We call Griffin monkey. Shaolin's sitting over there like, "Were you insulting me this entire time?"
No, we like you, monkey. This monkey.
We want you better. After CCU, you bad.
This monkey does not spark joy.
You know, monkey. You are gorilla.
I would laugh my ass off if Ubisoft released like a monkey mask for Griffin. I'd fucking. I'd get it.
Beautiful.
Gonna dodge light.
Go heavy.
Heavy.
But so yeah, that's why it's just weird. Like and now let's go to opinions about this character. I'll start. I like him, but if you guys watched my stream yesterday, Saturdays at 4 p.m. Basically it was weird.
Plug-in.
Yeah, a plug-in on my Twitch.
Plug on the plug.
It's the Obama meme with the medal.
Here's the medal.
So it's funny because if you watch that episode, or if you watch me streaming Kyoshin, me and James were playing him. We were getting frustrated as fuck, and I will admit that this character made me pretty angry on For Honor, and I haven't been that angry lately. When it comes to For Honor, ever since my revamp, I've made it a real fucking goal to just not get mad at this game, because in the end, it's not fucking worth it, and I do know that. So when I do get mad, I'm sorry, but
you try to piss them off.
Yeah, but you're different. You're gaslighting. Anyway, so when it comes to stuff like that, it's so when this character just made me mad. Here, I guess I should elaborate. This character makes me mad not because of who the character is. He makes me mad because of what he can do for his teammates. If you get stuck in the 3-light chain, first up, you can't get out of it because they're all confirmed by Kyoshin. That stuns you to get hit by the next, that stuns you to get hit by his other teammate. We just had this happen right before we were recording. I was playing Raider because Viking Order. James got someone stuck in the 3-light chain. I threw a top heavy. We looked at the damage. That guy just ate a max punish. 44 damage. All because he hit James.
He wasn't even locked onto me. He threw his own attack and it hit me on accident.
So, this character, and I know For Honor devs say there's damage reduction in this game. I still don't believe it unless I'm hitting someone because then it happens. This character needs to have damage reduction on his 3 light chain. Needs to.
I
Or
like how
his
we
teammates.
glossed over the fact that if you have multiple Kyoshins on your team, and then that
Oh,
person
that's
just can't
coming.
do anything.
That's another thing. So if you guys remember Centurion going through testing grounds, they found a bug that you could get the not Eagles Town, the jump attack, and then another Sen could jump, and then you could jump again. Basically, you got murdered. You cannot get out of it. So they threw him back in testing grounds, and we waited a whole year while they fixed that and other stuff. This character, they said, fuck that. He's alright, go. It's only 18 damage. They'll be fine. What do you mean they're getting stunned to death?
Oh, you wanted to play?
You wanted to play the game? Should have bought the hero.
And there's nothing more frustrating for me than fighting this character as this character. It is so frustrating.
Yes.
Contest.
I was going to say, James will definitely be part of that topic. Fighting this hero as this hero fucking sucks.
Fight him as literally anyone else.
Back to opinions.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna be real with you. This character, in my opinion, brings out the 5-year-old in me, thinking, "Oh, just push button. Oh, right bumper, right bumper, right bumper."
It brings out the Orochi main in you. Season 1.
Honestly, yeah.
Imagine talking about using controllers over here, PC players.
Dude, hold on. Pause the podcast.
One.
Me and James were doing the funniest shit on earth last night. I was crying. I was seeing lights at 1 a.m. Holy shit, we were just joking about playing this game on different controllers. James mentioned
that was the funniest shit in the world.
James mentioned playing this game on a Guitar Hero controller, and I fucking died. I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, that'd be funny to
watch. Oh
watch.
my god, we went through every controller we could think of. Guys, I'm pressing the...
Goes Nintendo Switch.
Don't forget to play it on your fridge. You gotta play it on
your fridge. We didn't mention the fridge!
Yeah,
James, go back in time!
Dude, I can imagine you doing pretty well with this game on a racing wheel, though. I'm gonna be real with you.
So, the way the joke went was basically, guys, I'm hitting my Y button. And it'd be like, Y button? What do you have keybind to your Y button? It's like, nah, I'm playing on Nintendo DS. And it's just, I don't know. It was dumb. It was stupid. We set up our own jokes, and we just fucking died every time. Like I had to go to bed because my head hurt so bad. So sorry for the intermission. I just want to make one more, just real quick. I know it seems like we're bashing on the hero. I really hope it doesn't look like that. We want this hero to be good. We do. I like playing this hero. We need to admit the problems. It's the only way heroes get reworked. Is funny.
Well, funny you say that, because if anything, we want him buffed.
Yep. I think someone's played a sound bit. I just heard noise. But
that wasn't me this time.
Interesting. So oh no, that was the hosting sound. I didn't see who it was. Sorry, whoever that was, thank you. I didn't see it because I don't have my alert boxes on for this scene. Sorry, going back to topic. Yes, we're pointing out his flaws because I like this character. I like his design. James even likes his character. But James actually...
I was gonna main this character, but I found out how fucking bad he was.
Thanks, Melkor. Actually, James, could you tell them what you just... Sorry, Justin, we'll go to you next. James, could you tell them what just happened this morning? You got what you wanted, now what are you doing?
I'm waiting for the hype to die down, because I just can't stand playing this character against itself. It's just so painful, the staring contest. And then the spam, it just hurts me.
Yeah,
I interrupt the other person with their down stance attacks faster.
Because when it comes to that down stance, you're wondering who's going to make the first move, and then you better not make the wrong move.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a guessing game.
If you make the wrong move, you're going to get booty bummed.
Sorry, I just had a brain fart. I was like, "Oh, silence! No, stop! Keep going."
I can continue if you'd like.
Yeah, go for it. You wanted to say something before.
I was gonna. Actually, I was going to continue on my opinion of this character.
Go for it.
I was going to say, while it does bring out the year one Orochi main in me, it also, if you can like confidently learn every single thing about this character, your mix-ups can be the most insane thing in the world. This character has a very high skill ceiling, but at the same time a very low skill floor.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is very interesting. That's
So-
my opinion, though. Some people might think this character is hard to play.
Yep. Slayer, we'll go to your opinion next. I just want to mention, here's an example of how I will respond to chat if we do these live. Melkor is giving us an idea for this character. He needs a neutral bash that's not his kick. Now, I believe that, by the way, that was Melkor and Change, just because I know they won't see chat when we do the recording. Shout out. Basically, he does...
We'll link Melkor's Twitch.
I'm fine with that. Anyway, that's not his kick. So I feel like if they fix the recovery on his kick, he'll be okay. But I do agree with you. A neutral bash. I think a neutral bash out of his full guard would be a good option.
Yes,
Ooh.
James is.
Or
I was
like,
gonna say that's
something.
James's idea, by the way.
Anyways,
I would
Slayer,
love to just, even if it's just like Aramusha's kick, like situational.
Just get
or
him out of the
Tiana's
way.
kick, just
Yep.
to give yourself some breathing room.
Slayer, go.
Okay, I didn't know
Oh
who was
my-
going next. Slayer, go.
Uh,
Slayer is in the podcast, by the way. Sorry.
yeah, I
Who is
just
this
don't
guy?
speak that much because I
You're doing
not
great.
quite-
It's your
you're
first.
not asking me questions.
It's your first. Here's your question. What do you think?
Okay, so my opinion on Kyoshin is, I really like him. I think he's a mix of a couple characters, but he has his own things that make him unique to it, to the For Honor.
Roster.
The thing is, yeah, roster. But he's lacking a lot. He has potential, but he's lacking a lot of ability to perform because of the way they designed him. There was a lot of I'm pretty sure there's a lot of complaint about people just lighting with him. That's what I heard about, and that's really agitating a lot of the For Honor community.
Nobody likes people that just spam lights. They're
Yeah,
annoying as
well,
hell.
it's basically what all he's got basically. I mean, and then the occasional heavy. But what I've seen from a couple people who play, they what they do with most of their heavies, they either feint it or they try swapping up. But the majority of their attacks are lights, and also like what I talked about earlier is instead of doing your 3 guaranteed lights, you swap it up with a heavy. That's pretty much what I've been doing. But it's just heavies aren't as easy to do with that character, and like I said, he's got a lot of potential to be used. You know, with his crushing counters, and then all his like other things that guarantee him like lights, like his sheath bash, the banana bash.
Hold on, let's get there in a second. Finish your opinion.
Yeah, but overall, I think he's a good character. He just needs a little bit more work, is what I'm thinking. A little bit
Yeah.
longer in the pot, you know.
Very, very
I
good
do-
opinion
I
on that.
would agree.
Very, very good opinion. So he mentioned banana. Let's get that out of the way right now. So chat,
I mean,
James and Shrimp unfortunately couldn't be here because loser. Shrimp mentioned something funny about this character. We found a little funny, doing a little bit of trolling. I'm trying to
It's
be
a
funny.
little
It's not
funny.
working. Anyway, basically, this character does have a bash in his chain. Sorry, we didn't mention that. He takes a scabbard and pokes you in the gut, and then gets a free light, or he can go right into an undodgeable heavy. Anyway, so when he hits you with his scabbard, he says, I'm going to tell you what we heard. I'm going to tell you what he actually says and what we heard, and then I'm going to show an image on screen. So I apologize to Spotify listeners. So he says, Madonna. We heard banana. So I created this poster, and we used it for the big event, and it's for anyone that's on Spotify, Avengers Age of Banana, and I just put Kyoshin in all yellow with the cone head on all the Avengers, and honestly, that was the highlight of the launch day, because holy shit, that was the funniest thing Shrimp found. Now, our
Age
friend
of
Shrimp, yes. By the way, the way he says it is even better. He literally goes, banana. Now we know he says Madonna, thanks to James watching a translation video, but it's banana, 100%. Now,
he
Banana.
just likes Madonna.
no, that's another one. Anyway,
Madonna.
our
But
friend Shrimp,
banana.
our friend Shrimp has embraced this meme to the point where I think the guy's like Rep 2 now. He's still running around as banana. But
I respect it.
I can't wait to see him get legendary gear and see the legendary banana.
Oh my god.
So, also
The
just
legendary Banana Kyoshin.
so another funny story. The giant Twitch collab I did. Still grateful I was part of that. We surprised Northern Rush. He's an excellent Twitch streamer. Go check him out. We we surprised him with our team, and we all went banana Kyoshin, except for Magic, because Magic lame. And his response was just, "What is this?" So yeah, that was a great
Attack
time.
a banana.
So
Call it a food fight.
Banana Strikes Back.
Oh
Banana
yeah, and
split.
then we were changing movie. That was me and Melkor. We were changing movie posters. That's where I got the idea for Age of Banana. That was so great. So I think hey, Melkor, we are doing a podcast recording, buddy. 1 second. So let's go over his feats real quick. James, could you start us off with that?
Okay, so glad I have the game open right now. So, his first feat, I don't know how to speak Japanese, but after using your superior block in any form, so that be that down stance, crushing counter, anything, for the next 10 seconds, I believe, your weapon deals a very slight amount of bleed damage. Do you want me to keep going for all the feats?
Yep,
Yes,
go for
keep
it.
going.
This is the
Okay.
character. This
Rapid
was your
fire, dude.
excited character.
Oh, and
Rapid
his
fire,
second
go!
tier feat, second is pretty much the same as the first one, but you gain health instead of deal bleed. So you deal bleed and get health back on attacks.
It's a generous amount of health
For the-
too for a second feat.
It's better than
wouldn't
body
say-
count.
It's better than
everything-
body count, but it's not as good as Tiandi's or literally anyone else's
Warmongers on corruption. That gives a lot of health.
or shamans.
Or
It's not as good as shaman. It's
Bounty
a-
hunter.
It's in the
it's
middle.
like- it's a little bit better than Yorm, not as good as shaman. Let's just go with that.
Yep.
And his third tier feat, not very interesting, but it just activates your first two for free.
Can I add something to that?
Yeah, sure.
You actually can decide to not run those first two feats and just run the third one and still get the benefits of the first two.
Yep. I tested that. That was it's actually not a bad idea to run that with
And-
Kyoshin.
Yeah, it's
Because then you get
it's-
smoke bomb.
yeah, and you get smoke bomb. That my bad. That's my baby.
And then the final one, James.
Is boom, go to horny jail.
Bonk.
When
Don't worry,
you
I got the
activate
bonk.
this feat, every enemy around you, if they don't somehow magically dodge it, gets locked in place for about 1 to 2 seconds,
Enough for a heavy.
dealing a little bit of damage. It's
25.
basically like an AoE Pugyo.
Yep.
AoE bear trap.
Now before
Or
anyone
Pugyo.
before anyone freaks out about this, I have noticed it's also really easy to dodge.
I have noticed that
It's
too.
also very easy to interrupt the person trying to do it.
Basically,
Yeah.
you wanna run into a gank and activate. You wouldn't want to be fighting someone then activate it. Also, the
I
activation
risk
time is really long.
It's like Zanhu's 4th tier.
Yeah, it's got the same properties. Long animation, long time to lock. Very
And
But-
easy.
you just dodge out of it.
But devastating if it lands on you.
Oh
Yes.
yes, 25 damage on the hit, and then I believe Kyoshin's heavies are 28, so you're eating a max punish.
Oh, not to mention whatever his teammates have.
Raider. Yeah, imagine you throw that. Raider does a backstep light in the zone. Oh,
Have fun with that, bud.
Well, that's what, like,
that's 70 damage. Because
Along
25,
with the-
Raiders
yeah.
chain zone does 38 or 35, something like that.
the
Oh.
Kyoshin sets the stun lock, and then the Raider does their zone. That's what, like, almost 100 damage.
Yeah, like I said, I was playing Raider. They were all playing Kyoshin. Let's just say I never died. We dominated them. This character
Okay.
needs damage reduction. It's really important, Ubisoft.
If you die as Raider, I'd be kind of surprised. I'm gonna be real with you.
I mean, not wrong. Anyway, not Raider is not the episode. But yeah, so that's essentially about the kit. That's about his feats. Now let's go to everybody's favorite topic. The drip.
The drip.
Yeah.
This guy's got
Banana.
some good looking robes and armor. Not gonna lie.
Even at rep like 0, he's got decent crap to look like, wear.
Yes, he does. Now James has got what he wanted, the Oni mask, and I'm almost there. This guy has a fucking basket head. And
Yeah, the basket head has a beard. I just noticed that.
The basket head has a beard.
Yeah.
Even now, I can't wait for an armor variation where we have a beard. But yeah, so he's got some good drip. He's got good roads. He's got
Joke's
Tozen's
on you.
armor. But he's only got 2 versions of it. He doesn't have the full armor that Tozen has when you first fight him, which is dumb.
Joke's on you.
it's
All
not
the outfits where he's wearing a full face mask is when he has a beard.
He doesn't want anyone to see the beard. He's like, oh fuck, I'm old.
They
He's
will-
not
they
like
will realize-
old, and he's like,
They will
doesn't wanna-
realize I'm not. They will realize I'm not a twink. Oh no.
They will realize I'm not Tozen.
GB will finally figure out that he's not actually Tozen.
If I see a beard, I'll be like, wait a minute.
Are you sure?
Who are you?
I'm you, but
Your
better.
demise.
Who are you, default?
Yeah.
Also,
Alternative, yeah.
also, another thing to mention, it's not a big deal, but it's weird. This character's a samurai, so when they first released the Wulin didn't have everything that all the other factions have, because they said they wanted to start fresh with these characters. Like, you can't have certain mythic outfits with the Wulin and such. This character doesn't have any of the instrument emotes or executions. He doesn't have all of the mythic outfits for that all the samurai have. He doesn't have anything. And it's very weird. And there's been no explanation for it.
Do
He
you
has
think,
none of the signatures that everyone got.
do you
I
think
want-
eventually they will give him the global ones that everybody else has?
He doesn't have any of the paired emotes.
Yeah. Another thing too, Vika, another person in the chat, just mentioned she looked at Kyoshin today, and I don't know what it is about that face, but it looks extremely feminine to me. I'm telling you right now, I think this is the first trans character in For Honor.
Honestly, I can give less of a crap, but whatever.
No, I know it's not a big deal. And the only reason I say that, I'm not hating on trans people before anyone thinks that, not at all. The only reason I say that is because when this character was revealed, people were saying, is it male or female? And then people were like, I think he's female. I think it's female. I think it's male. And it turns out it's just male. So, I'm sorry, I don't mean trans. I used the wrong word. I think this is For Honor's first femboy.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I
There we go.
apologize to all any
There
trans
we
people
go.
watching. My sincere
There
apologies.
we go.
But yes, I 100% am. I am labeling this character as a femboy. 100%.
And then
And-
Completely agree.
in the all blind, he has like the startings of a beard, but it's like he just shaved recently.
The hair, man.
the
it's
character
all
is-
over the place.
The character is in Ubisoft's terms default. So, so the femboy thing is just poking
What's in your pants? Default.
I sexually
What
identify
gender-
as.
What are you? I am Kyoshin. What gender are you?
Default.
I sexually identify as alternate.
All right, Jester, I'll try to remember that. I'm sorry if I mess up.
Thank you.
But
Thank you. I
Your
identify.
pronouns.
I my pronouns are alt. Alt Control Delete.
Stop. But yes, so we're just poking fun at the character now. Please,
To
no hate.
activate the funny Alt F4.
But that's it. Let's go through another thing. We still got we're actually doing pretty good, James. Just saying on time. Another thing about this character, executions are mwah. He's got some great fucking executions.
Really
yeah,
weeby,
stop
really
what?
weeby, really
Five.
fluent executions. Yeah.
I love the one where they hold the scabbard while you stab them. Love it.
It makes no damn sense, but it's funny.
You
Well,
know
it
what?
does because the enemy grabs it. You do see their hands on it.
Yeah.
Judy.
What about the? Okay, so let me just say something. I got a message yesterday from Mason that.
Oh,
the
yes!
Oh yeah, you're
execution
welcome
where
for that,
he
by the
thro-
way.
The execution where he throws the fucking scabbard through your skull, he would have to reach a speed of 1,802.68 feet per second for it to pierce both sides of the skull.
Just shy of the sound
That is
barrier.
a throwing arm.
I don't want to
Oh
see this man
my
play baseball.
God.
I don't want to.
So this is why. So
he
wait,
has a
what
mean
happens when he
knuckleball.
throws down the smoke bomb? Does it just fucking implode?
This-
He throws down the
No.
smoke bomb. It turns into a fire flask.
No, dude, what it is that he's throwing down a bag of dust. It's not a smoke bomb, it's
The
just a
smoke
bag.
bomb
It's
goes
just a bag of. That's a brick. It's literally a brick. He
He throws a rock and it just shatters.
It throws a rock and it gets atomized into powder.
Yeah.
You know how stuff goes
Mr.
solid,
Adam.
liquid to gas to plasma? Kyoshin goes solid to plasma.
No.
But yeah, so
what
this,
is
like I said, we love this character. I think he's hilarious. I just want him fixed. But yeah, so that execution, the other executions, they're all cool. Go check them out if you got For Honor, or if you don't, go find a YouTube video. His emotes are okay. Nothing really fancy. Even in if you look at the image, there's no emote for that, which I find amazing.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, there is. Okay, I must not have been paying attention then. My
The
apologies.
one where he holds up the sword to his eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a combat emote.
that
Yeah.
is okay. So my apologies. I haven't looked at the comment emotes because I've had zero steel.
Well, he's got a couple of funny animations for his out of combat. I've seen a couple of those, like the one where he like almost drops his sword. I like that one.
Out of the
That's-
sheath, yeah.
yeah.
I will say this. This is the first character Freeze made a video on emote spam, so clearly something is different about this character. I didn't watch it, so I don't know if that means he's got bad emote spam or he's got good enough emote spam that Freeze made a fucking video of it.
His emote spam is weak. He is a weaker bloodline.
Please rework the emote spam. This is important.
Emote.
Just give us better emotes, please, Yubi.
Well, no,
I
it's-
was
it's,
gonna say.
What was
go
the one
say.
more? His like the one where he drops down on the ground, like the whatever the because you know they no the for
No,
the
for
Kyoshin.
Kyoshin, yeah.
It's the what is it, disappointment one or whatever, because you know they always have like one like
Oh
victory
yeah,
one and
he just doesn't
you can-
punch the ground. That's the only difference.
no, he goes monkey noise. He makes monkey noises the entire time if you just spam the
What?
yeah, you haven't did that yet. You just
No, James going to custom.
he makes a bunch of like weird noises if you spam it. The other one, he'll just make noises. That's it.
That's
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I understand what I must do now.
James, why'd you invite me?
I thought you were playing.
No,
I
you
didn't-
just go do it and see if it's true.
I will test it. I don't know how I'll be able to hear it because of my loud ass wing effect.
What else? And yeah, I think we've covered the hero pretty well, actually. We had some laughs, we had some hates, we had some begs, we had some pleas. But honestly, almost every hero we've had this feeling. People are putting him in the same category of release as Highlander, Aramusha, and there's one more, Zanhu. So
What tier would you put him in? What tier would you put him in?
everyone keeps asking me, and honestly, I don't know. Half his kit, half his kit is like A tier, half his kit is C tier. It's weird. So I'll put him in the middle, B. I think he's
Yeah.
B tier, but
I've been putting
that's
him in B tier myself.
that's a basic guess. That's not like, oh, because of this. It's like a B.
Yeah. Just from guesstimating, I would put him in B as well.
Slayer, Judy. Thanks, James. Change your name, James. James, what do you put him in?
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
B tier.
What
Probably
do you-
like a low B because of just how fucking
yeah.
Say it.
Looking at all the other characters, like, and like all their playstyles and like which one's better, he's really below a lot of them, like in quality and skill. But like I said before, he has a lot of potential for stuff. So I'd also put him like somewhere like higher up C or lower B, somewhere around there.
Interesting that we all put him in the same area because I actually thought we were going to
kind
get
of
different
funny.
opinions.
It's kind of funny because he's the ultimate support character. He can't do anything for himself, like effectively, but for his teammates, he can set them up for success.
Yes, which is why Ubisoft figure out damage reduction because I still don't believe it exists.
It's a better support character than Griffin.
Yeah, and Griffin heals.
And Griffin
Well,
does like
he does so
3
little
feet.
damage too. It's like
That's
he
because of
takes
his
so
feats. They
Yeah, I
did say
know.
the reason he does below average damage is because his feats do make him powerful. And like I said, you get his chain down, you can melt someone. It happens. It's happened.
Yeah,
to me
but
a
what
few
about what if you're
times.
doing like duels and stuff like that? You're pretty much screwed then if your feet are no good.
Necessarily.
He's actually okay in duels. Like I said, if you fix his recoveries, he'll be fine.
In duels, he's definitely C tier. He's definitely C tier in duels.
Yes, I agree with that, but at the same time, I've gone up against Kyoshin's as like as Gladiator or whatever, and they've absolutely slaughtered me.
Mm-hmm.
It
So
takes
that's
a certain play style.
that's gonna go. Yeah, that's gonna have to go based on who's playing him. And that's not including people who can like neutral light parry. I mean, just people who play the game casually. Anyone who can just light parry everything you do is obviously gonna beat you. Like it's a fact.
Unless you can do this.
Unless you can do the same. I will say with this character, we didn't mention it as well. I'll just quickly mention it. He does have Kyoshin counters.
They're very
I
fun
know.
to use.
Yeah, they're very fun to use. They activate your first feat. I've noticed with this character, I don't really parry. And I don't know if that's because in my mind, I'm like, I need to get in the full guard. I need a crushing counter. But
why would you parry? What benefit is parrying compared to putting in full guard?
well, it's fucking me up because I'm having trouble neutral light parrying now. So I need to get the basket head for this character, and then I need to not fucking touch him ever again.
I have noticed that whenever I play a different character, I find myself pushing down on the right joystick going into all guard, and it's like, wait, I'm playing Shaman. Shaman doesn't have an all guard.
Wait, you're strumming too fast
I
on your
feel
Guitar
like-
Hero controller?
I feel like it's the opposite for me. Like I feel like no matter who I play, especially Kyoshin, I just can't use my L guard well.
Yes,
like,
I feel like
never not having one.
yeah, I feel like I can never get into it when I fight another Kyoshin.
That's because you're trying to probably do it in reaction when they're just hitting you out of it because you.
Yeah,
Didn't-
another
yeah.
thing we gotta remember. I'm a Musha main. His blade blockade is
Yeah.
on reaction, not prediction.
Oh, I also forgot. This is more of a small thing. His guard does not change when he dodges. If your guard's on the right and you dodge to the left, the guard would stay on the right. That screws me over because I'm an assassin main myself. I dodge into attacks a lot. Like undodgeables per se.
Yeah.
I will dodge into that attack because I'm thinking, ooh, he's deflect of the ages, right? I'm like, oh wait, oh well, at least I'll block. Oh no, I won't block it because my guard is still on the right and I'm dodging to the left,
Right.
and I eat that, and I the amount of times I die because I prematurely dodge or I just eat an undodgeable heavy because surprisingly enough, those are very effective.
Right. It's also us just getting used to the new character. I
Oh,
bet
yeah,
that will
that's-
stop being an issue with you after a couple. You're only rep 1 with him, right?
That is correct. But I
You're
don't
rep
intend to
1,
play
James
him
is rep
much.
5, I'm rep 4, Slayer is not even a rep, I think.
I'm almost rep 2 with them.
He's almost
Oh,
rep
really?
2.
You have to
Everyone-
remember,
everyone clap.
I don't play hybrids. I play assassins. So it's like this is not going to be a character I play often. This will probably be a character that I get in a random selection.
Interesting. Until he gets fixed, he's gonna be a kind of a forgotten character for me. my mains are still gonna be the 3, Musha, Warmonger, Zanhu, because I don't know, I just do a lot better with those. But this is
Yeah.
definitely a character I'm gonna keep an eye on, I would say.
I will too. You have to be, especially when you fight him. Not even as you're fighting as him. When you fight him in general, it takes a whole different play style.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be as aggressive because he creams when you go aggressive on him. He will fuck you up.
So, yep, I guess that will be the little advice that'll be like the one advice we give to anybody who runs into a Kyoshin. Basically, try to keep him out of his full guard as best you can. And remember, he has nothing that can open you up besides the kick. Other than that, just, I guess, it's weird to say it, just react, because...
Any character with a side dodge bash will do very well against this character.
Absolutely. If you have a bash in general, especially neutral, we have found that Aramusha, Shigoki, and Konk kill this character hard.
I was gonna say, but like a dodge forward bash can still suffer against this character though. If he gets like a warlord can get lighted out of a headbutt.
Right. Before we end, because I think we've almost touched everything, I just want to touch base on sorry, I read chat and I got messed up. I just want to touch base on something, since I am a Musha main. Trust me, I'm trying to get my reps back so I look like a Musha main. I just want to touch base on what people have been comparing him to. They're basically saying this character is Aramusha and Orochi combined. I'm not gonna go into every single difference because holy fuck, we'll be here for another half hour.
I would sprinkle warlord.
I was
into that
talking,
as well.
sir.
I don't care.
All right, James, mute.
I'm not talking.
No, I meant him, you dingus. Anyway.
All right, I'm tired of your shit. James, mute yourself.
Okay, I'll mute myself.
James, no more Nintendo Switch controls.
Fuck.
So I just wanted to touch base on that real quick. Don't compare this character to Musha. Musha, I'm sorry, in my eyes, Musha's got a better full guard. He's got better pressure. And like I said, when it comes to Musha versus Kyoshin, James, you and me should rematch to test that now that you've actually played this character a bunch. But when I fought James as Kyoshin and I was my Musha, I wasn't neutral light parrying because that would have just defeated the purpose of it. I was just using my full guard. My full block, I was beating James's ass. Like, it was relatively easy when it came to Aramusha versus Kyoshin. Not because it's Juby versus James. Just wanted to clear that up.
How do people compare him to Aramusha?
Full guard samurai. Literally, that's it. And I'm like, nope, their full guards are very different.
Therefore,
Like I said, Warlord is a way better comparison.
Yeah. Well, like we said, his going in the full guard for him is 300 MS, and you notice it. Going in the full guard with Musha, it's 200 MS, but you can do it on reaction. You cannot do it on reaction with this character. You have to predict that they're gonna attack. Yeah. That is the biggest difference, and why I think comparing him to Musha is dumb. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly touch up on that. I don't know.
Salty, baby.
No, not at all. I'm not salty at all. Everyone was saying like, oh, this is the new Musha, so it piqued my interest. I played him. I'm like, okay, he's cool. James, let me pull out my Musha. Sorry, buddy. Musha better than Kyoshin.
Well, okay, to say the new Musha, it doesn't mean they're necessarily comparing it to Musha. They're saying it's
the new Musha. How is that not comparing?
Mate, let me talk. I was gonna say you can use.
No. I muted him. All right, go on.
Rude. Absolutely rude. I was gonna say you can have the same playstyle as Aramusha with this guy.
I can't.
No.
Why not?
Because you can't instant block. You can't pressure with your infinite chains. There's no soft feints.
Yeah.
Not like Musha at all.
So basically, Musha is counterattacker, feints, and then fast attacks. Kyoshin is counterattacker, highly defensible. basically, if you're playing Kyoshin, you're not playing to be aggressive. You're playing to be very defensive. Because he's the first character in this game that's literally called highly defensive. So yeah, this guy is all about basically stopping whatever you're trying to do.
Highly defensive about what? What's he so defensive about? Like
The fact that he's not a girl.
The fact that he's a femboy and we're finding out.
Wow.
Sorry, Kyoshin. Maybe in their rework they'll give you
Canceled on Twitter.
Cancel on Twitter with my 13 followers. Thank you.
maybe they'll give him a beard in the new rework.
He does have a beard on 2 different outfits. But
You just can't see it because he's got a mask.
I don't even know because I don't have legendary gear yet. But
in the bucket head and the Oni mask, right? Those are where the beards are.
no, not the Oni mask. The blind.
Oh.
Oh,
The
okay.
all blind. He has stubble.
So anyway, I think we hit everything we need to hit. Like I said, we're just poking fun at the character. I'm sorry, I like the femboy joke. And that might be because of
Very funny joke.
I mean, that might be because of Panda's Hat, the YouTuber, because of his fucking Astolfo femboy. But yeah, like I said, we all like the character. We hope to see that he becomes better and gets his problems fixed. Any last remarks from you guys?
I still wear my
Shut up!
my medal.
No,
Right.
new season. Think of something
I'm
new.
Okay. I'll think of something new.
You wear your medals with Dom.
My medals are in the doghouse.
All right.
all attacks undodgeable. Yes, there we go.
Yes. All attacks unblockable, please.
And undodgeable.
You
Undodgeable
can't.
and unblockable.
And
You
hyper
can't-
armor.
You can't get him out of his full guard. It's up to him.
You try to guard break him,
He
and
gets
you
a
just bounce
kick.
off.
He gets a neutral kick if you guard break.
You approach me.
No, he insta kills you. He insta kills you if you try to.
He calls a raider and gets a free top heavy.
Yeah.
Raider just gets summoned.
Does max damage. Insta kills any character.
Depends on the damage
that's the
modificator.
You can
Turns
also
out
delay the
punch
attack,
people
so that way it's harder for people to parry it as well.
That's the highly defensible thing. You guard break him in full guard, he gets his 4-tier feat instantly.
Yeah.
And it refreshes.
It refreshes every time it's guard broken.
I
You
had
had
a thought.
What's your thought?
After we're done here, we need to test something.
Uh-oh. Well, it looks like we're going into testing grounds.
Shut up.
Big funny.
I know.
Funny.
Anyway. Anyway, I think we hit everything. Wow, this actually did really good today. Thank you all for joining us live. And if you missed any of this or you'd like to see more, it will be up on the YouTube, youtube.com/ubscottgaming. Catch me on Twitch. You're already here. And you'll see these guys again in another episode.
Slayer, thank you for saying more than 5 sentences.
Slayer, thank you for joining. I hope we see
Yeah,
you again,
that
because
too.
honestly, when you did talk, it was hilarious.
It was great.
Hey, it's just you gotta ask me a little bit more questions, and I'll start speaking a little bit more.
How are you?
Dying because of this character so bad. I mean, what? Wait, we're
How
not
are
live
you?
anymore, right? We're not live anymore, right?
Oh, no.
Cut!
Jester, don't say it! Don't say it!
I'm gonna say the gamer word.
No! Anyway, he gets muted. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will catch you at the next stream or the next podcast. Thank you, and have a good one.